Yo, what's good, man? It's your player partner Packboy Dolo checking in. Let me get this speaker right. With another episode of the Round the Clock Thinker Show, man. You see, I come in here off improv, not even really prepared, just straight off the top. And this is how I'm gonna do this show too. Straight out the top, no notes. You know what I'm saying? Just feeling how I'm feeling. And I just want to flow and glow without notes. You know what I'm saying? That's how I started this shit. I'm going to go back to the notes, of course. But for this particular show, I was just in a flow. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do without the notes. But first and foremost, you already know that the show is brought to you by the beautiful Treeway Winterwear collection, man. Make sure you cop and browse the drip. The links are always in the description. Fall is coming fast, man. Y'all know this is my time of the year. This is like my favorite fall and winter, so we're getting ready for that. Also, I want to just say shout out to my people, man. I'm sipping water. I'm sipping some ice cold H2O, you know. Feeling lovely. Just wanted to get on here and flow on this topic, man. The name of today's show is You Are Not the Same Person. How you should stop comparing yourself today to who you used to be, because you're not the same person. And a lot of people, they still the same person in reality. So I'm talking to the ones who's put in the work. You put in the work. It's hard for you to see it, but I can assure you that you're not the same person. Sometimes if you look close enough, you can see it. For some of y'all, the changes are they're significant. Like, you can look in the mirror and be like, damn, right? But I'm talking about in the middle ways, the mid ways of seeing yourself as someone who hasn't changed that much. Not even thinking about all of the work that you put in, where you're at in your life right now. You're still in your head about it. I'm talking to you, you know, because I've been there, and we are all human, so we all deal with similar issues, similar matters, you know. So this is one of the matters that I feel like I could just come on here and just talk off the top of the dome about anyway, because I've been there so many times to where I'm looking around and I'm like, damn, man, like, okay, I'm at where I'm at now, but shit, it feels like I'm running in place. It feels like I'm running in place. Even though every day I'm putting in the work to be better, to know more, to have more, to be more, to do more, right? Every day I got this constant focus of being better. Then a day comes where I want to be lazy. A day comes where I feel like I'm missing the mark. And I take that day and base it on everything else. I say, this is where I'm at. This is where I've been at the whole time. Instead of realizing all the good days. Realizing all the days where I've been making progress. You have to realize that when that day comes where you feel lazy, you feel like you just want to kick back, right? You feel like nothing's going, you feel like you haven't made any progress, you feel like you've not made any progress at all. When it gets to that point, you have to surrender to the moment. You have to say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna be as present as possible throughout this moment, throughout this day, throughout this process. Because why? You have to remind yourself that you're human and you're gonna feel great. You're gonna have blue days, right? And those are the days that makes you unique. They make you you. So when those days come, you have to really tap into and be present with knowing why you're feeling how you're feeling, knowing why, and understanding, because the knowing and the understanding of it, it'll bring consciousness to the situation. Once you're conscious, once you're present, then the loops of thoughts that were going on saying that you're not good enough, you haven't made progress, those type of thoughts, they go away. Why? Because you know and understand why you're where you're at that particular moment. You understand and know that you've put in a lot of work. You understand and know that life is of peaks and valleys, ups and downs all the time. It's just the nature of life. You know what I'm saying? And you understand with that knowing, it's no need to beat yourself up. Surrender to that moment. Be in it. Be like, you know what? Today, I'm going to be lazy as fuck. Today, you know what? I'm going to go all the way into this laziness with the knowing, though. With the knowing that tomorrow or the day after, I'm getting back at it. We got 365 days in a year. If I take 3 out of those 365 days to be lazy, I'm still winning. Don't overthink it. Because guess what? You got other people, they spend the whole 365 days not doing shit. Maybe 360 of those days not doing shit. And 5 of those days they spend trying to get their shit together. And that's usually around when the new year comes. So for them it's backwards. For them they working it the other way. So you shouldn't beat yourself up because 360 of your days out of the 365 is geared towards progress. Hey, it could be even, you know, we can play with the numbers here. But as long as the majority of your progress is focused towards betterment, majority of the year you're focused towards betterment, over a span of 2, 3, 4 years, you're gonna compound and you're gonna grow and you're gonna learn. You see what I'm saying? And another thing I want to talk about is this. The program. We all have a program. We're all conditioned. We're all conditioned. And that's really what you're battling. No matter who you are. No matter who you are. Especially if you're trying to change. Now, if you're not trying to change and you belong on the side where 360 days out of the year you're bullshitting, just unconsciously, you just don't give a fuck, and that's just where you at with life, hey, do you. You're not really battling a battle. You're not fighting a good fight. You're fighting a bad fight, because each and every day, if not each and every day, every other day or every other week, you're thinking, damn, I want to do something different. Why? Because we're wired that way. You're a human, I'm a human. We're all wired to want better in some kind of way, form, or fashion. I don't give a damn what you say. So if you got a cigarette up to your mouth and a beer up to your mouth, and you know what I'm saying, you out here, you doing this shit all the time, every day, all day, understand, if it's alcohol, you're an alcoholic. If you do this shit every day, you've been doing this shit every day for years on end, you're an alcoholic. Don't be crazy. You see what I'm saying? And you can't go a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or you can't go a month without it. And you've been doing this shit over and over every weekend. Sometimes, look, it start every weekend and then it becomes every day. You know what I'm saying? Niggas sneak a little paint to work with them to sip out of. You feel me? Heading towards the weekend. Right, the good old weekend. Then you get to the weekend and you just turn up. You know what I'm saying? You hold your job. Perhaps your bills and shit are taken care of. I'm not telling you what to do. All I'm saying is that it's two different programs. And the program that you're battling every now and then, you're basically surrendering to majority of the time. You're surrendering to that program. But for those of us who are at war all the time, every day, all day, and twice on Sunday. For those of us that are at war all the time, we're fighting that good fight. We're breaking up old patterns. We're breaking the old conditioning, breaking the old program, and we're becoming better day by day, gradually. Then next thing you know, it compounds. And you have to, even though you're sitting here and you put in all that work over a span of how many years, you done quit smoking, quit drinking. You don't eat bullshit like that no more. You try to stay healthy. You try to exercise your body, exercise your mind. You know, you try to be good to good people. You treat your loved ones right. You try to be present with them. You continuously listen to audiobooks all the time. You listen to audiobooks more than you do anything else. You quit listening to hip hop music or like music that puts bad energy into your mind and your spirit and shit. You quit doing that, right? And then you're sitting there in a moment on a day where you want to be lazy and you're telling yourself that you're not good enough. You see this, you see the trick there. It's trickery of the mind. It's trickery of the mind. When in reality, you've grown thousands and thousands of feet, right? You've gained plenty of ground as far as growth. But you're sitting there in that moment. After all those years, putting in all that work, quitting all those habits, changing all those patterns. You sitting there on a day where you want to be lazy, on a day where you're feeling like you're not good enough. You're sitting there telling yourself, to hell with everything that you've done, to hell with all the work that you put in. Today, you suck. And that means overall you suck. And that means overall the work that you put in don't matter. When in reality, you're just having a day. And that day is a gift to you that you should surrender to. You should be present within that day and say, you know what? Clap it up, baby. Clap it up. I'm gonna be lazy as shit today. Damn right. I'm gonna be lazy as shit today. I'm gonna surrender. Right? I'm gonna give myself a day to kick back. Watch fucking movies all day. Order takeout. I'm gonna give myself a day. Why? Because this isn't the me. This is not the new me. This is the old me. This is me letting go for a second. But from all the work that you put in over the years and tapping on that program, changing that program, I promise you, 3 days, 4 days at the most, you're not gonna want to keep sitting there on your ass being lazy. Your mind won't let you. Your body won't let you. Your spirit won't let you. Because you're tuned to new programming. You're tuned to betterment and success. And you want to get off your ass and you want to go make some shit shake. It's just in you to get after it. I cannot go too long. I can't really go a week without getting a run in. Because I love that shit. It's my new addiction. So when you're tapping on this new program, when you're tapping on the old program and installing the new program, you have to understand that you're going to have new habits and new addictions. And these new addictions, they override the old addictions. They override them. And you don't feel right even indulging and scraping the surfaces of the old addictions. The surfaces of the old addictions. You don't feel right. The new program is running the show. And you have to keep tapping on it. So I said all that to say this. Don't compare who you are today to the past you. You're not the same person. You're not the same person. Depends on who you are. I'm talking to the ones that have put in the fucking work. You wake up every day with betterment on your mind. You're doing something. You're soaking up an audiobook. You're doing something to better yourself. To have a better understanding of this thing we all call life. To have a better understanding on this thing we all call success and peace. You're not caught into the gossip. You're not caught into judging other people. You're focused on your board, your chips, your playing cards, the hand that you're dealt. And as a matter of fact, you get into this shit deep enough, you realize that you can control what kind of cards you get. You can control what kind of cards you get. You can reshuffle the deck. You can reshuffle the deck and give yourself all the good cards. You just have to be willing to put in the work, baby. Consistency, day by day, accepting that this shit is not easy. And like Sensei said, it does get easier, but it's not easy. And it's a war, it's a battle. To change, it's a fucking war. Every day, to put yourself in a better position, and it's a fight that we're all fighting whether we know it or not. Some just surrender to not fighting. They just surrender to not fighting. But guess what? They still have to fight every now and then because they want to quit what they're doing. Deep down, they want to quit that shit. Deep down, when they see somebody out there getting it in, going on a run, sweating, deep down, if they're sticking a fucking beer or a cigarette up to their mouth, or they're taking a big chunk out of a cheeseburger, deep down, they want to be that person that's going for that run, taking care of themselves, loving on themselves. They want to be that person. So guess what? They're fighting a battle whether they like it or fucking not. They can say all the shit they want to say. Deep down, they want to be better. So which one are you? Are you fighting a good fight? Or you getting up every day, getting after it? Giving them hell. Getting after it. Trying your best. Always having it in your mind. Not lying to yourself though. Keeping that shit a buck. Not speaking in definite terms. But speaking in terms of encouragement is at the least. Speaking in terms of encouragement And if you need help, go get help. You know what I'm saying? Get you an accountability partner. Get somebody who's gonna hold your ass accountable. But are you that person that's getting after it every day? Tap, tap, tap on that old programming, installing a new program. Are you that person? Or are you the person that's surrendering to the old program and you're fighting the fight that you don't really want to fight? But you don't have a choice because we're wired that way. Man, this is Ron Packboy Dolo checking out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I wanted to get on here and just flow. You feel me? I wanted to get on here and freestyle like a motherfucker. I've been talking for 21 minutes, going on 21 minutes. I wanted to get on here and just flow and talk about this programming because this shit is so important. It's so important, and that's an everyday process if you want to be better, period. The ones that you see winning, the ones that you see winning when you look around, they're very aware of this fight. And they're kicking ass every day. They're kicking ass every day. And I can guarantee you, go listen to them. It's days where they feel like shit. It's days where they don't feel like doing it. Right? And I'm not saying to surrender every time. This is a game of balance. Sometimes you gotta do it even when you're not feeling like it. Right? And then sometimes you can completely surrender and let go and be in that moment of laziness, if that's what you want to call it. Be in that moment while not, listen, be present in that moment while not beating yourself up. Be of no regret. Be of no regret. Except be present within that. Because you'll come out of it. Guaranteed, you will come out of it. As long as you're present. But if you're regretful, down goes your self-esteem. Down goes your momentum. And down goes your chances of coming out of it and keeping on with what you was doing beforehand. See, it's a game of balance. Right? But you look at these successful people, man, that are out here crushing it. Man, they have their days too. They're human. But 98% of the time they're kicking ass. It's not 98% of the times that they're getting their ass kicked. It's not like that. 97 and 98% of the time they're getting after it, making it happen. And that's why they win. And that's the program that you want to install. To be getting after it 98% of the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I wanted to get on here and really flow, really chop some real game with y'all, man. Fresh out the press, improv, no notes. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get on here because I really feel this topic. It came from the core. It came from the heart. Sending it straight to y'all because I've been there so many times, man. I've been there so many times. And I'm here to tell you that it don't matter what you're facing, what your mind is trying to tell you. You're a fucking winner. And anybody who's in your life that's not supporting that or won't be a byproduct of you winning. They'll be gone sooner than later, and you'll be still standing. You'll be still standing. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? And if you can stand on your own 2 feet, anything is possible. Because there's people that can't do that. There's people that can't stand on their own 2 feet. They can't even use both of their arms and hands. See what I'm saying? And we're blessed with everything. The majority of us can stand on our own 2 feet. We can operate both arms and both hands properly, and we can think properly. And anything that we don't know, we can learn. You see what I'm saying? We're blessed. So with that being said, once again, don't let your mind trick you into thinking that you're not good enough and that you haven't grown or that you're not capable, because that's only conditioning from past experiences. And you got to really tap into this programming thing on how to change it and how to change how you feel about yourself and see yourself. And being consistent. Consistency and discipline changes the game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still going because once again, man, I just fucking love the topic. I love this topic. I love you guys. And I want you to grow. You feel me? I want you to grow, and I don't want you to have anything or anybody holding you back. Love yourself enough to let their ass go if they don't see the value in your happiness. Don't settle for anything less than the value of your own happiness. And you're the one that puts that value up. You're the one that knows the amount of that value. It's around Pat Bordello checking out. Peace.